Are women allowed to age? Let's talk about it. So I live in LA and I'm a plastic surgeon. And so when you look at those two things, women in my world of plastic surgery, my world of living in Hollywood/LA, are not allowed to age. And I realized this because I was watching a show the other day, and it was an interview of a woman, and the woman was speaking about her life and her work, and there was a recurring thought in my mind. And the thought was, ooh, those wrinkles have to go. She needs the Botox. And I had to reckon with myself and say, self, why are you so critical of this woman sharing her life and her story and her journey? Because that message is more important than whether or not she has some wrinkles on her forehead. But again, it brought up for me that I am critical, and in a way I have to be, right? My job is about beauty. My job is about youth and beauty and preserving it and restoring it, rejuvenating it. That is what I do on a daily basis. Even when it comes to reconstruction, which is most of what I do, it's about restoring beauty. The aesthetic work that I do as well is about restoring, rejuvenating, and sometimes creating beauty. And so my work is about beauty, form, and to some degree function as well, but mostly beauty and form. I live in a world also where people are famous for acting or singing or what have you. And so in this world, aging is not something that's welcome. LA, it's not a place that you want to come if you aren't upkept. So it got me to thinking, is this just because I live in LA? Is this just because I am a plastic surgeon? Or is this really and truly a question that exists for a lot of women around the world? When I think of my grandmother in Nigeria, when I think of regular women in Kansas or in Nairobi, India, where have you, are they having the same struggles around aging and whether or not they're allowed to age? I came upon an article that unfortunately affirmed my suspicion. And that suspicion is that because we have become such a global community, a small global community with social media, the reach of some of these more Western concerns is far greater than it has ever been before. And so this idea of maintaining youth for as long as possible is not just a problem of coastal America. It's not just a problem of Paris, France, Milan, Italy, and some of these bigger cities around the world. It is an issue that I think is truly global, and that is that women are not allowed to age. Not truly. Because if I look at a post about Jennifer Lopez, for instance, there will be things that I notice. If it's a close-up of her face where you can see some of her wrinkles and her forehead lines, then what will inevitably follow in the comments are some people congratulating her for living in her trueness and being able to show that she is aging just like everyone else. And or there will be some comments that are like, ooh girl, you aging like milk, not like fine wine. The same is true for a lot of stars who are on the red carpet and show up as their true selves. And while I understand it and resign to that is the way that it is, and we just kind of live in that world, it is also a little concerning, a lot concerning, and it makes me wonder, how do we address the question, truly? The answer is not everybody gets a free facelift. That's not the answer, everybody gets free Botox. Botox is not a right, it is a privilege. But then that also brings up this question of, if plastic surgery is about paying to play, if you pay to play in plastic surgery, then is it fair that women with more resources are able to defy the laws of gravity for a lot longer than other women? The short answer is no. The answer is a lot more complex than my ignorant mind can come up with. What is true is that while men can age and actually are appreciated for aging, women do not have the same privilege. Hypergamy exists, and so do zaddies, right? And so as men get older, they are zaddies, and if they have money, they are great zaddies, right? With age comes wealth and wisdom, but again, that's only appreciated and valued if you are XY. For women, we don't have that same privilege. But again, I'm not here to find the answer because I truly don't know what the answer is. It's not as simple as getting rid of social media. It's not as simple as universally stopping and disallowing everyone from getting plastic surgery. There is not a simple answer, or even sometimes there's not even a complex enough answer to address this particular issue. Fairness is not something that we necessarily have in our modern world. And so it's not fair that women can't age, but men can. It's not fair that women with more resources can defy gravity for a lot longer than women without. None of this is fair. But I guess my question is, how do you deal with it in your world, or is it something that comes up in your world? Leave your questions and your comments below. Like and subscribe. As always, love you lots, and bye for now.